Hi everyone, welcome to our channel OCHAREO. This video is about the Odun, Eyila Eyeunle Maferefun ochun Orumila, olofi, yemaya, and anya. This is the Odun that we are supposed to play to our Orishas. In this Odun, Yemaya want to play a drums, and she contract the drummers, but she didn't feel happy with the sound of that kind of drum. So she contract another one, and the same thing happened when she listened that drums. But on what that he lived with his brother, he did the ceremony with his drums. So Yemaya that heard for another people that he played so well, she contract them to play. As soon they got her house, she was talking with them about what happened before with the other drummer. But when they start to play, she fell in love with that sound of that drums, and she started to dance, and she congratulated all of them, and then she paid a good amount of money for their service. But she advised them that when they went back to their house, that don't start in any place, that go direct to the house. They took the money and leave Yemaya house, but in the way they saw a big plantation of yam. So they start over there and took some of them. Moving forward, they saw a house and they said, we want to start here to cook the yams. And they start to cook the yam, but they remember that they left the money in that plantation. So all of them went back to the forest to look for the money, but they didn't found that money. So this Odun advise us that when we receive an advice in the drum from any Orisha, we are supposed to analyze it, to do good in our life, because sometimes we don't listen the advice of the Orisha in the drums, and then after that we see the results. Here in this Odun, it's important to play fundamento to Yemaya. The drums that we call Anya, they have their ceremony. It's the Orisha tune, and it had the consecration. So when you go to play something that is serious in your religious life, try to play fundamento. But before that, try to feed your Orishas. So you will have an ita from the Orisha that you feed, and then later you play the fundamento that it will be so good for you. In this land, Ochun, she was living with a babalawo, Oluwoyere, and she had a great plantation of canistel. And she knew that when he went to another town to work, he had different relationships. But she didn't care about that because he liked the canistel. And in the canistel, she put magic powder. So she kept him tied to her, and he always came back to Ochun. So one day he went to another town and he saw Yemaya, and he fell in love with her, and he started a serious relationship. So Ochun, that saw how he didn't, came back to her, knowing that he likes the canistel. She prepared a basket of fruits with different fruit. She went to the market and she got different fruit and also canistel, and she added a lot powder to that. So when he received that, he felt so happy. He saw, oh, Ochun remember me, and he started to eat all that fruit. But he didn't know about the powder that Ochun put in the fruit. So after that, he got so sick and he started to lose his mind. He didn't remember the prayers to Ifa and the Odun. So one day he went to the river, and next to the river, he threw his equally of Ifa, and he saw this Odun. But always he went praying to his Baba to be Egun and also Chango. So he started to call them and pray and call them. And then one young man showed up and was Echu, that he was this guy, and told him what happened. And he told him everything that happened at that moment in his life. So Echu told him, give me an osad die and I'm going to save you. And he did a bow and did the osad die to Echu. And Echu gave him the hikara with some magic liquor that he had. And he started to recuperate his mind and all the odum of Ifa and the praying and all of that. So this odum recommend you that you need to be careful when you have the relationship with the daughter of Ochun. You need to respect the daughter because here also Echu told him, don't take any revenge to Ochun because she did that because she's in love with you. So when the women in general fell in love with you, they do everything that is possible to keep you next to her. Also, if you go to different places, be careful always with what you eat. People that bring you fruit that you don't know from where it coming from, don't eat that because the fruit in this autumn, you need to be so careful with it. In this autumn, Eyila Eyeunle Chango went to visit Olofi in his palace. And when he get into Olofi, asked him, what are you doing here? And Chango said, I came to visit you because I don't see you for a long time. So Olofi invited him to the bedroom. And Chango saw that Olofi had a lot of money over there. So he thought he didn't go to find out if I take some of that. So he took some money and he put under his cake. And then after that, he ate and he told Olofi, I feel so tired, so let me rest here. And Olofi told him, rest in the bedroom. And he fell asleep. The next morning, he left the palace with all that money. But Olofi went back to check out his money and he saw that some money wasn't there. So he called Orumila for divination. When Orumila got there and he saw this odum, he knew that was Chango that took that money. But he didn't want to tell that Olofi because Chango was his brother. So he recommended Olofi to do the Ebo and also the big party and invite everyone to Paris. And Olofi did like that. And he saw when Chango get in and he followed him to any place that he went. And he saw when he went to the bedroom and when he was taking the money, Olofi told him, this money doesn't belong to you. So Chango got embarrassed in front of him and paid homage to Olofi and also for forgiveness. And he told it wasn't, my intention. The problem is that I was in different parties, in different towns, and then I don't have enough money. And Olofi told him, yes, I know that always you are from party to party, but this is the reason that you never have money. So this Odun is telling you that you are supposed to save money. You are supposed to be careful the places that you go. This is the Odun that sometimes the person is from the street. The person made a lot of mistakes in life for different reasons that you have. But the mistake that you made before, you cannot make it now because now you are in the religion. You are supposed to live a new life, not only for you, and not also for your family. In your house, you need to put the money in safe places because this is the autumn too that someone could visit you and take money that you have misplaced. So try to put the money in the right place to avoid that people take it from you. In this autumn, the hunter, even though he has his orishas and he knew about different ceremonies, he never provide his orisha with anything. He didn't do any ebo on time. So little by little, he started to lose money, and he couldn't provide his family properly. So when he was in that situation, he started to pray to the Orishas. Olokun that heard his prayers spoke with Yemaya and told her, help him because he needs our help now. And Yemaya did like that and she put a lot of money in different places next to his house. When he left his house, he started to see the bags with money, but he didn't check inside. Just he took it, 3 or 4 of them, and he saw the smoke in one house, and he went to the house and knocked the door, but no one answered. So he decided to get into the house, and he saw nyam, and he took the nyam and he started to cook the nyam. At that moment, the owner of the house appeared and asked him, "What are you doing here? You are a thief. You are not supposed to take that nyam and also cook in my own house." So he asked for forgiveness to the owner of the house and asked him for water. And when he drank his water, he left the house. But he forgot about the bags that he had before, and he leave it in there. So he lost all the money that yemaya put in his way. So this Odun is telling you that when you go to any house, don't open the refrigerator. Don't check out for anything. Always ask if you need to go, for example, to the kitchen. You cannot eat nyam in this Odun because the nyam here is to put to the Orishas. This is the Odun that we are supposed to receive orishaoko, because Orubonte, he was a war of Orumila, and he loved his father orishaoko. And then he read people next to the saver, but he had different merchandise, but he didn't have prosperity because he can't transport them. So one day, an awo from another town called him for divination, and he saw this Odun Eyila Eyeunle, and he recommended him to feed chango and orishaoko. But he saw that he had a big buses that his horses drank all of them. So he decided to go to his house, and he feed his lady, and he fell asleep. And he was dreaming about the wheels, but he didn't know what it was. So in the morning, he started to make it. And then he went back to his house friend and spoke with him to put that wheels on his buses. And they did like that, and they create the car. And then with the donkeys, they start to move the merchandise to another town, and it was a successful business that they made. So in this Odun, you are supposed to receive orishaoko. It's the Odun that is telling us that also it's important to feed chango, and try when you have time to do erosion to keep your mind fresh. This is something that we are supposed to do from time to time in this Odun, because talk about the business that you could have, and sometimes it's too much for you. So the rogation will be nice in order to keep your mind fresh. This Odun about you too, that you need to be careful with the favor that you can do in your life. Because here, the hunter was in the forest, and he was looking for little animals to provide his family. And he listened the voice of someone that was calling him desperate. And he went to the cave, and he saw the tiger that was in there, but he had a big rock in front of the cave that he couldn't move. And the tiger told him, "I need your help." And he told him, "I cannot help you, because if I remove that stone, you go to eat me." And the tiger told him, "No, I don't want to do that, because you are doing a favor for me." But the hunter, even though he think about that, he removed the stone. As soon he did that, the tiger showed his teeth and want to eat him. So he had to run and look for help in order that the tiger don't eat him. So you need to be careful with the favor that you do, because people really later they don't going to appreciate that. Do as good as you can with the people that you really know that they deserve your help, with others that they look for someone else. Thank you all of you for watching. Here you are, another video about the Odun Eyila. Leave your comment below a like, subscribe to this channel to receive notification of the new videos. Health, faith, and prosperity. Ya tú sabes.